But don't forget, there is another aspect of the prophecy, the gift of prophecy, that we call prophetic interpretation. Can somebody say it? Under the prophetic revelations, you can also have prophetic impression. That one, prophetic revelation, now you can have impression, and then you just see somewhere, and there will be a very strong impression. Like one of my the wife of my friend got that impression yesterday morning and called me over one matter, and by the time I prayed, she didn't see anything, but the impression was strong that something was wrong about that thing. So I was even thinking maybe she's just being human. But by the time I went to my news, I saw a big scorpion that is as big as car. Immediately I knew what that is. I called her back. I said, I saw scorpion. That impression was not wrong. That is prophetic too. It's an impression that is wrong. When they come upon you, please don't ignore. Don't do what? So they are prophetic revelations. So number 2, prophetic interpretation. This one is another aspect of the gift of prophecy. There are people, they may not be able to see well, but when you see something about them, they can interpret what you are saying. I called one of my brothers in faith. He was there. Philip was there this afternoon when I called him, and I told him, and he said, I can decode what God is actually saying. Thank you, man of God. Me, I saw vision. I told him what I saw. He confirmed it because he knows the interpretation. It's another thing. People can tell you things, or you too can see something, and once there is no prophetic interpretation, you begin to suffer. In fact, you can erase that thing as you know that there are encounters, there are things that are important, but you don't know the meaning. Then you let them go. There are many of you've had such encounters. You've had such visions and dreams, but because you lack prophetic interpretation, you let go of those things. And those things could have been something that will have actually make you greater than you are now. Say time. I say have time. Can you say it again? Time has not gone. So something can still happen tonight. That thing, that vision that escapes you because you don't know the interpretation, can still come back tonight. You don't believe. So that's what I'm here to do tonight. So when we talk about prophetic interpretation, that is when the elders now started having dreams. And they say, Philip, come, sit down. I had a dream and I saw you doing this. And she began to talk to you. You can hear the dream. Somebody can actually have vision or dream towards you. You can still be in the state where you are when you don't know the interpretation. But when they tell you, and then the gift of prophecy in you brings out the prophetic interpretations, the knowledge of that thing will be clear. You will not struggle to know the meaning. You just say, I know the interpretation. One of my daughters has that gift. She cannot see well, but tell her anything, she can interpret. That's another part of the gift of prophecy. Don't forget that all these things are inside the gift of prophecy. Don't forget, because I'm still coming back to that. Prophetic interpretation. That this is the meaning of what I saw. This is the meaning. That was what was operating upon the life of Joseph. The Bible didn't say that Joseph was the one that had the dream. It was Pharaoh. The information was not for him. He knows how to interpret people's dream. And that was what actually gave him space at the top. Some of you, that is what will give you space up there. Because the gift will be so real in your life that people will not be able to deny it. Can somebody shout, I receive? I receive. And Joseph interpreted the dreams of those guys And there was a time Pharaoh had a dream. Nobody could interpret. And the cupbearer said, sir, I have one person in the dream. I mean in the prison. He can do this. That is his gift. He said, go and call him. The man went inside and exactly the way. You see, this wasn't, and maybe it is, maybe it's not. Yeah, directly, I think it should be. It's not I know. That is the gift of prophetic interpretation. Can you say, no prophetic revelation will escape my interpretation?
No prophetic revelation will escape my interpretation.
No prophetic revelations shall escape my prophetic interpretations. Kini yẹn le díẹ̀ tí ma sọ pé mo rí ẹ pé òun fò tó o bá ní interpret o lè lọ pé kí wọ́n ṣe deliverance àjẹ fún ẹ. Me say, daddy, I saw myself flying. That's what one of my daughters said. I saw myself fly. I said, with wings. She said, no, I don't have wings. I just started. Some people were pursuing me. Then I started flying. I said, when the Lord know that they cannot fly, they will catch up with you. And God made you fly in the dream. He said they carry gun, they carry cutlass, and imagine if they cut up. And she said we should come and cast out the spirit of witchcraft. It's not everybody that flies in the dream that is